not saying I'm nervous, but this is the highest in the football pyramid that we as a manager have been in the save, the Championship. We've been promoted with the Charlton Athletic side that was predicted to finish in the playoffs, which we did, and we won the playoffs. But it was a team that we started when we joined them at 17th in League One. We've done a rebuild as best as we can with very little money, and I do like the squad that we've assembled. I can't help but think this is going to be a bit of a tough season. Hi there, how you doing? Welcome to my MyCareer save here on Football Manager 2024, not 25. My name is Stu. Thank you for joining me in today's video, which is part number 9. I had to quickly look over there and double check because I've got the folder open. Part number 9 of Club 2 here with the save. And in today's video, we get our championship season underway in the year of our Lord 2026. Although, again, it should be 2027. We've got a database on. If you've used databases before, you know it doesn't actually change the in-game year. So we are starting the season against Bristol City, and then we have got a Carabao Cup game against Sunderland before we play Sunderland in the Championship. So we're going to be starting off with 2 away games. Wonderful. And if you're excited to see how we get on in both of those away games, then don't forget to leave a big like on the video for me, and do not forget to subscribe as well. It's completely free to do so, and you'll keep up to date with all of the nonsense that comes out of this face right here. So, just to go over everything quickly, we've made transfers. That's the squad. If you want to have a look at all of the transfers, I'd recommend having a look at the previous video. It was a season review and transfer special. I'd go there because literally everything's in there. I've stopped recording that video, started recording this one immediately after, so you won't miss anything if you go back and watch that one. Now, the teams that we're playing today, Bristol and Sunderland, where do they rank in season preview? Let's have a quick double check. So, where are Bristol City? Bristol City predicted to finish 9th, Sunderland predicted to finish 5th. So 2 heavy hitters. We're playing 2 heavy hitters here, which is a bit of a concern. Now, past positions in the Championship. Will it let me have a look? No, it won't. Okay, that's a useless feature. Let's have a look at how it finished last season, just to give us an idea of what we're working with. So Championship last season. So we had a Sunderland team who finished in the playoffs and a Bristol City team who finished mid-table. So they're actually predicted to finish exactly where they finished last season. So let's see whether we can upset the apple cart with a nice little victory against Bristol City. And this is the 11 that we're hopefully going to be doing that with. It is an upgraded 11. So for the first time, we're going to be naming some of these players. We have got Daniel Iverson in goal. We've got Shahar on loan from Newcastle. We've got Fish, Watts and McCallum who came from Sheffield United. Or as the defence, we've got Wiradou, who's been upgraded to defensive midfield, been very good there pre-season. It's actually his natural position, don't you know? With Piccolo, who we signed as well in the summer for a pittance, and Doherty, our captain, with Banat at the point of the midfield for lack of a better option. Then we've got Elias Sims, who came from Coventry, again, not for very much money. Actually, I think it was for a bit more money, and we're going to be paying that for a little while. And Phillips is going to be his strike partner up top, who's tipped to be the top goal scorer this season for the league. Let's get to it, shall we? Now, I have got to give these guys squad numbers, so give me one moment to do that. Squad numbers done. Leo Shahar was one of them, who's going to be our right back. The other 2 are actually just youth players, although this Marina guy, he is a 2-star central defender who's not very consistent. I was going to be more excited about him until I saw the consistency in the dark red. But anyway, they're 2 young players who are just filling spaces on the bench today because we've got an injury to Jamie Shackleton and we're still waiting for 1 or 2 transfers to hopefully go through. Right, submitted. Let's do this. I am all kinds of excited, all kinds of nervous, all at the same time in a big jumbly ball of feelings. We know on our day we can batter a team, but we also know we can get pumped a little bit. I don't know how this is going to go. They've got some good players in there. Liam Delap's in there, Bazunu in goal. They've got some talent in there. But I'm equally happy with some of the talent we've got, particularly Josh Phillips. Piccolo, if he can start picking... If he can start picking out Phillips on a regular basis, I would be delighted with that because he has got some absolute talent. Fun fact, before I went in for Sims, I actually did try and get Leeburn back on loan. Sheffield United didn't want to send him out on loan and they wanted me to pay his entire £30,000 a week wages, which I'm just not going to do. It's just not happening. So we went with Sims instead. And after his pre-season performances, I'm actually quite happy with that. Now, my one concern that I'm just having is I'm doing that thing that managers in real life sometimes do, which is, I don't care that we've just got promoted. We're sticking to my principles, and we're going to be playing the way that we play to get promoted. I don't know if on the opening day of the season, away from home against an established championship team, that is the wise thing to do, especially when we're still waiting for 1 or 2 players to make this team whole, i.e. central attacking midfielder. And funnily enough, as I was making that point, he actually lost the ball there. Right, someone could tackle this lad, please. I'd be very, very happy with that. We don't do that. We cleared it out for a second, but it does come back to us, but it manages to go over. We are hanging on by the skin of our teeth here a little bit, which is admirable that we're hanging on, but I'd like to see a little bit more from us if that's okay. And there is oh, it's the flag's up. But we've got VAR, so no, it's not even going to VAR. It's just, Elias Sims nearly had a perfect debut goal there from a corner. Flag went up. I thought we might get VAR, because I don't know. I'm pretty sure VAR's in the Championship, but obviously that goal was just so offside, it wasn't even worth going to VAR, or indeed VAR is not in the Championship. There's one tactical change I haven't made yet, which I'm considering, which is to have us going hard on players as a set rule in the tactic. It will get us cards, but it'll also let us kind of rough teams up a little bit and establish a bit of dominance. Iverson and Doherty at the moment are key performers, as well as McCallum, although Shahar not having the best of games. So we're going to have to kind of navigate that at half-time. But 0-0, considering they were all over us, is a good result so far. We need to get some supply to these guys, though. We're going to say, you guys have not been good enough. You've not been good enough. Piccolo, not been good enough so far. I'm quite happy with Greg. Riverdoo's been okay. Shahar's not been great, but he's literally his first game for us. He's joined us and gone straight into the starting 11. Probably a bit of an oversight on my part. In fact, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually take him off, and Edmonds Green's going to go there. I'm just going to do that because Edmonds Green is just a better fullback there as a backup option. I mean, Leo Shahar's a better fullback, but Edmonds Green's played there for us, so he knows the system quite well. Is what I was trying to say, and I completely stuffed it up. I'm tempted to go get stuck in just to try and get a little bit more dominance, because there's been a couple of times in highlights where we haven't really gone in for the tackle where we should be. So I'm thinking we go for that. I don't really know. I mean, I could move Piccolo up and have him be the playmaker. Try and get a bit more out of him. And then we bring on Henry. And we go for our usual kind of pairing in midfield. Which, I mean, to be fair, I said when we signed Piccolo, the answer might be he's an attacking midfielder and we just don't know it yet. I did say that. So let's give him a chance there, and let's see whether we can get the ball to him so he can start dictating things a little bit more. I'm open to trying it. I am open to trying it. He's also not bad in the tackle, so if we can get him doing that, it'd be even great. I'm even tempted at some point maybe to even consider, do we make him a defensive midfielder, but we've got 2 good defensive midfielders, so we're not going to do that. Right, 2 changes. Edmonds Green, Henry. Get yourself on the pitch, lads. Okay, and we're going to just demand a bit more from the boys and just see whether... Bit of hard tackling, bit of a switcheroo around. We'll just see whether we can get a bit more out of the boys. I'm confident in the guys out there to get a result from today, because they've not been all singing or dancing. We've been able to get at them in a couple of chances. I mean, Sam McCallum, if he could actually go in for a tackle there, it would be great. He backed off, which is a bit of a concern, as is that. Cameron Pring, 30 seconds after kickoff, has made it 1-0 to them. Their manager has clearly gone into them and said, look, these guys have just been promoted. You need to be laying a marker down if you want to be getting higher up in the league, which is a bit of a concern. Pring does a really good job here, to be fair. Again, we don't go in on him, which in the box is the right decision, but over here, we could have cut it off completely. Like, we just could have cut it off down at the bottom of the pitch on the other side. And well, that is a poor start to the half. And we've gone over them in terms of a lot of the match stats as well. And then they go and score, which is always the way. Right, let's try and get ourselves our first goal in the Championship now. Fish. Get it to Edmonds Green. Edmonds Green into Henry. Henry. I mean, it nearly gets tackled then. Fish now looking to get it to Edmonds Green. Lofts it over to Henry. Lovely ball here. He's got players with him. And there is Ellis Sims. It's not offside. He's got a debut goal. Phillips was behind him, ready just in case. But we have levelled it up almost just under 10 minutes later. It is 1-1. We've got our first goal. I'm always a little bit nervous in a situation like this. Not that I do this kind of save that often, but if you have to wait a while for your first goal, I do get a little bit nervy, but we haven't had to wait too long for it. Away from home as well, If we can get any kind of result here, and a draw is a result, make no bones about it, it is a result, I will be very, very happy with that. Right, the game is progressing. I am debating substitutions now. I'm just debating what we can make, though. Piccolo has not actually gotten any better, which is a bit of a concern. So I am going to take him off. I'm going to bring on Karoy Anderson, because although he's not that good, to be fair, he's not a bad playmaker, actually, according to this. So let's bring him on as a playmaker. Give him a few minutes as well. We've got 2 more substitutions. I'm debating making 1 more at this juncture. But I don't know what I would actually make, because everyone on the bench other than Scully, to be fair, it's going to be Scully, because Josh Phillips has not had a great start to life in the Championship. I think that's more due to delivery. Piccolo's not really done the job. We might have to look at individual player instructions on Piccolo to get the best out of him. He's had a decent pre-season, though, so I'm disappointed. We've taken over the game completely here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we can grab a win. I also wouldn't be surprised if we stuff it up and let them do the same. I'm tempted to bring Ashburn on, but I don't really think bringing a 2-star player on in a game of this level is the wisest thing to do. Equally, the only player on the bench the only 2 players on the bench who are like first teamers are backup goalkeeper Schmid and Alex Mitchell. The others are youth players, so I think we might hold on to that final sub in case there's an injury and we have to do it as an emergency. Right, we've got a corner here. McCallum to take or not. We'll assume nothing happens because we didn't get shown it. We have... I'm actually going to be a little bit mad if we don't win this game purely based on the match stats, because we have been all over them. But I would have taken a point before the game. I genuinely am curious to see how we'll do at home, because we've completely overtaken them in that game. That's a mid-table Championship team. That is a good result. Although that makes it look like we've wasted an opportunity there, and we have done. That is a good result, and I'm quite happy with it. We'll say that one. I am happy. I'm a bit unhappy with Josh Phillips, but it's fine. He's young. It's a new league. He might just need to adjust to everything. And also, the same might be same for Piccolo, because Piccolo is new to the league. Yes, he's been okay in pre-season. Let's have a quick check of him, actually, and see what he looks like in pre-season. So, he hasn't played that many games. 5 games for us, but he did get 4 goals and 6 assists from midfield. He should be doing fine. I'm a little bit concerned. Well, I'm not concerned necessarily, but I would expect more from him. I mean, if I was a bit bolder... No, maybe not. I mean, I've never used a Carolero. Never used a Carolero at all. Playmaker is definitely the position I would prefer to use him in. We just need to get a bit more out of him. Just a little bit more out of him. But I'm confident that he'll come good. I am. Right. Not a bad result. Puts us in 9th after that first game. The next game, not going to be a league game. It's going to be Carabao Cup against Sunderland. Slightly different focus, but I'm intrigued to see how we do. Let's get to it. Okay, we are back for the game against Sunderland with no new faces. It's actually been quite disappointing. We actually lost out on the midfielders that we were looking to bring in. So Aidan Borland has actually come to us. He's gone to another club. We also looked at Quinn Sullivan. He was a really, really good-looking attacking midfielder just to bring in, and he's going somewhere else. So that's kind of off the table. So, Hall, we finally agreed with Chelsea. It's now down to the player. I've not seen anything that makes me worried about that. We're also looking at, as an extra midfield option, Daniel Gore. I think there's a sneakily good playmaker in here. Looking at the vision, he's off the ball, he's pretty good as well. His teamwork and work rate look good. His determination's decent. I would be quite happy with him, I think. So it's a bit of a gamble, but we're going to go for it. Barely having to pay any wages. 10% of it, it's like £2,000. It's great. Then we got Jon Stoikers. This one, this is a bit of a punt. I used this guy at Deportivo. I know he was good for La Liga 2, and he did a sort of job in La Liga 1. So I wanted to take a punt, but he would be covering attacking midfield as well as centre mid and striker as well. He'd be a great utility player. It does then leave us the attacking midfield position that we then need to sort. So, wage-wise, what are we looking at? Well, we're looking at, according to this, £28,000. I think that's still including these two. This would be 90%, about 16,000, 15,000. Daniel Gore would be 10% of that 2,000, so that's about 17, and Stoikers would be about 3, so that's about 20. So we've got another about £10,000 to play with. So that at the bottom there, which you can't see, it says potential cost of wages offered is £28,000. It's not going to be that. We've just done the maths. It's definitely not going to be that. Anyway, hopefully we'll have at least one of those guys in, but it's not going to be in time for this video. So, we'll just go with what we've got. This is the 11 that we're going to be going with. A couple of tweaks here or there. Not that many you can see, mostly on player instructions. This is the 11 that we're going to be going with. It is Iverson in goal, Shahar, Fish, Watts, McCallum in defence, Edmonds, Green, Piccolo, Henry and Bernat in the midfield, with Sims and Scully up front. I am giving Josh Phillips a break just because he didn't have a good game to start with. I am going to start Ellis Sims again because he scored. Why would I not? We were doing Doherty weird ones. I've taken those out basically because I want to get these guys game time. They're not making the team any worse, so I don't feel too bad about that, even though it does not really make sense considering they played games. But have you met me? I don't tend to like to make a lot of sense. We'll just go with it. Anyway, it's the Carabao Cup. It's one of those. It'd be nice to have a cup run. Out of the two, this is not as important as the FA Cup. And to be honest, I could do without extra games early in the season. I feel very cynical saying all of that. But it is what it is. I do very much feel that way in this particular save. So let's just see what we can do. And if we go out, we go out. It's absolutely fine. We learn for the next game, funnily enough, against Sunderland, which will be at home. So this is almost a bit of an exercise in scouting in a way. It'll be good to see how they're set up and how they play. Right, first highlight is with Sunderland. We do head it away, sort of. It's gone out wide here. And Sunderland now building into the middle. We do need to try and get the ball off them. I didn't put any player instructions on the opposing team in the last game, by the way. So I have done that on this one. Normally I do it for every game. I completely forgot in the last game. I think I was still on friendly mode. I didn't play every friendly. I just played the last couple. And I didn't do it for that because I was like, well, their team's worse than us. There's no point. So I think I kind of forgot because of that. So we'll see whether it makes a difference in this one. Obviously, in that one, we did play very, very well at the end. And we should have won the game. We ended up with a draw. It'll be interesting to see how we do in this one. Of course, if there's a draw in this one, we will have a decisive winner. I couldn't say that word then. A decisive winner through other means than just like 90 minutes. I can't remember if it goes straight to penalties, actually. I feel like it does, but I could also be wrong. McCallum there with a sneaky header. Very unlucky there. We're starting to show a little bit more of what we're about in an attacking sense, which is quite nice to see. I have committed to the diamond again, as you can obviously see. You saw in the first game. I feel very comfortable with the diamond with this set of players. I didn't really have enough of a base of players that I felt comfortable with to change things, and I just felt like we'd have to bring 4 wingers in, 2 to start, 2 to rotate. That felt like a lot. We'd go down to 1 striker, so the 2 main strikers that we'd have, who we like to start with, would struggle, and then we wouldn't be able to get Sims in as well. All these things kind of going through my head about it. So I am quite happy that we've kept with the diamond, and it's an effective formation in Football Manager. You know, if you want to get into the meta of it, it is one of those that does relatively well. Defensive mistakes. We just haven't got the ball out quickly enough there, and that is disappointing. It is 1-0 to Sunderland. The corner comes in from Raul Morrow. We thought we dealt with it. It comes back out to him. He just kind of runs around, goes around his men. His men don't do anything. The keeper does a good enough job, but we are just not alert enough to it. I'm going to demand more from the boys. It is disappointing. Again, if we go out, I'm not too upset. What I'm disappointed about more than anything is that if you look at the match stats, we've had more chances than them. We've arguably been the better team. XG-wise, we're ahead of them. Yes, passing-wise, they're slightly better. But XG-wise, shots on target, shots in general, it does annoy me a little bit that we haven't been able to get out of the gates here. And I don't really have a target at the moment as to the person who is causing it. Not that there has to be a cause, but I'm looking at like Jan Bernat as an attacking midfielder. Like, he had a couple of good chances there, and he should really be burying them. And it just makes me want to get that upgrade in midfield, which we desperately need in the attacking midfield slot, and just work out how to kind of get the best out of it. Right, I am going to make a change. Henry hasn't had the best of games, so I'm actually going to bring on Doherty, and he will come on and go back to box-to-box midfielder. And Piccolo down. He's not had the worst game in the world, so I'm going to give him a bit more of a chance. I am debating going on attack with him, or even changing him to a central mid on support. But I know he can do a good job as a playmaker. I know he can, so we just need to give him time there. Much better game as a fullback from Leo Shahar so far as well, which is good to see. Right, we're going to go in the second half. What I am also going to do is what we did in the last game. get stuck in the second half. If this seems to work a lot, it will become a part of our general tactic. We had it on at Deportivo quite a bit when I had that save on the go. And it did seem to make a difference. It did also rack up cards and suspensions, which isn't ideal really in the slightest. Right, McCallum now running down the left side, goes back to Watts. Watts into Edmonds Green, who's dropped with the two defenders rather. He's the third defender. Into Piccolo now. Piccolo out wide to McCallum. Good vision to see him there. McCallum into the box. Why has McCallum gone for the shot there? Why is he? I mean, straight away, shoot less often. Why are you shooting from there? It's a ridiculous angle. You're not there to score. You're there to get assists. Why have you gone for the shot there? Oh, that's really annoyed me, that has. It's even more annoyed me now because he's miles off his man. And it's to... I'm not bothered about the fact of losing this game. But Sam McCallum has really, really annoyed me there. And I'm going to berate him because he's at fault for that. He had a great opportunity down at the other end and decided to have a stupid shot. And it was a stupid shot. And then he's gone and been completely off his man there, thinking he doesn't have to do anything. And now we're 2-0 down. And now, despite all the good work we've done, momentum is with them. They're on top. Very disappointed. Very disappointed indeed. Right, Benat's coming off. He's been awful. Anderson's going to come on for lack of a better option. We'll play him as a playmaker. Piccolo hasn't been bad. I'm going to keep him on the pitch. I'm going to take off Sims and bring on Josh Phillips. And we'll give Josh Phillips an opportunity to impress in front of a team. Watts is getting frustrated. I can't do anything with him now because I don't have any other players to bring on. Oh, wow. This has been a bit of a calamity so far. Goodness me. Right, we're going to demand more. We're going to go attacking as well. Why not? Let's just go for it. We're 2-0 down. Let's just push them and see if we can do something. Clearly, by the way, clearly, that hasn't worked in this game in the slightest. But we'll keep it on anyway. We've been all over them. All over them. Right, we've got a corner here. Whip it in. And we get a goal back. Not offside or anything like that. Scully gets the goal. Phillips was a big part of it as well. We have a goal back and we've got just under 10 minutes to try and take advantage. Good work from Phillips there. And we do get one back. Right, fire the boys up. Come on. We've got enough about us to get an equaliser as well. We've been all over them. We've been all over them. I'm a bit concerned about this free kick here, though, if I'm honest. I'm a little bit worried. I mean, it's taking his time taking it. Ultimate in time wasting. If I'd have gone top bins, I'd have been fuming. Right. We've got 2 changes left. We've got a tiring team. Remember, this is like our second game in like 5 days. So I'm not surprised to see us as tired as we are. I'm going to move Edmonds Green to right back. Bring on Wiradoo. The problem with that is I'd like a right back, but we don't have another one at the moment, which is something am I trying to sort that out? I can't remember if I've even got a player in mind for that. It might be Edmonds Green, funnily enough. And for our final trick, Piccolo hasn't been spectacular. Again, we got the problem. We need Shackleton back, and we need the new players in to give us those final couple of people who can just get us over the line in games with freshness. I mean, Alex Mitchell could come on, to be fair, as a defender. Will Fish has not had the best of games, so we'll do that. He's fully fit as well, Mitchell, from playing in pre-season, so we'll do that. I forgot Mitchell was there, to be fair. And let's just... after I make my last... try not to swear in substitution. Of course that happens. Of course it does. Oh, this game just knows how to kick you when you're down. Doing so hard to come back into the game as well. 9 minutes. We might be able to do something unlikely here, but I highly doubt it with that. That's killed the game for us completely, to be fair. There it is, full time. We're out the Carabao Cup. I'm not even that bothered about that. That game just annoyed me. That game just really, really annoyed me. We're having so many chances in games. We're struggling to actually finish things off. 3 days. He's gone off for... he's going to be out for 3 days. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. Who are you? Why? Where are you going? Do you want to go? You can go. Fine. Do what you want to do. Right. Again. Not annoyed about the fact we lost. I'm annoyed about the manner of it. I'm annoyed about the second goal, certainly, that we conceded. And I'm annoyed about the fact that that Sam McCallum just thought he could just bury that. I love the confidence, but no, don't shoot from there. What are you doing? Is there anything about you? Gets forward, long flat throw. Nothing about you suggests that he likes a long shot a little bit. That's the only thing that suggests why he would have done that. Oh, we missed some good chances in that game as well. Right, I'm going to stew on that. So I'm going to stew. Funny. It's not that funny. We'll forget about it. We'll go forward and we'll come back towards around this period here. Have we got any? I'm not overly familiar with Charlton, so let me just have a check of here. Millwall. We'll come back for Millwall. Millwall at the Valley. It's got to be, hasn't it? Okay, we're coming back for Millwall. We'll come back for them. Might even come back for Stockport as well. We've had back-to-back away games. Let's have back-to-back home games, Millwall and Stockport. And let's see whether we can do a little bit better than we have done in that first pair of games. Opening day, other than the fact we dominated them, delighted with the 1-1. Bit frustrated with that, but I'm hoping at the Valley we can get a bit of revenge on Sunderland. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a big like on there for me, and don't forget to subscribe as well. It's completely free to do so, and you'll put a big smile on this face right here. I've been Stu, you guys have been awesome, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.